The MV Kathrin was no longer just a ship. It was a floating ghost, a 10,000-ton pariah drifting through the deep black void of the Atlantic. By the morning of August 26, 2024, the radar screens at the port of Walvis Bay were blank. The digital heartbeat had flatlined. The ship had retreated into the vast, lawless expanse of the open ocean. But the Syndicate wasn't retreating. They were recalibrating. While the world watched Namibia's brave refusal, the ship's owners were frantically working the phones in shadow-filled offices from Hamburg to Lisbon, desperate to find a back door into the Mediterranean. But there was a massive, looming problem that no amount of shadow money could fix. The Kathrin was flying the flag of Madeira, a territory of Portugal. Under intense pressure from human rights watchdogs, the Portuguese government issued a terrifying ultimatum. Prove that these 60 containers of explosives aren't destined for a massacre, or we strip your flag. In the world of maritime law, a ship without a flag is a pirate vessel. It is an outlaw. It has no sovereign protection, meaning it can be boarded, seized, and its cargo confiscated by any navy, anywhere, at any time. Imagine the panic inside the Syndicate. They had 150,000 kilograms of RDX and TNT floating in legal limbo, and their protective shield was disintegrating in real time. If you're finding this investigation into the high seas shadow world gripping, make sure you've joined the Echoes of the Unsolved 001 community. We're digging into the files the Syndicate wants buried. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications right now so you don't miss the moment the truth breaks. In a move straight out of a Cold War spy novel, the Kathrin performed what we call a flag swap. While drifting in the swells of international waters, hundreds of miles from any shore, the owners managed to frantically re-register the vessel under a German flag. It was a desperate, high-stakes shell game, a digital disguise meant to grant the ship the protection of a major world power. They thought changing the color on the mast would wash away the stench of the cargo. They were wrong. The echoes followed them. As the ship turned its bow north, creeping toward the Mediterranean, it was met with a literal wall of rejection. It signaled Angola. Denied. It turned toward Montenegro. Rejected. It looked for a harbor in Slovenia. Blocked. The ship was now a global pariah, a radioactive secret that no one wanted to touch, yet no one dared to lose sight of. The tension was reaching a boiling point. The crew was trapped on a floating bomb, running low on supplies, while the world watched from satellite feeds. Then, as the Kathrin approached the narrow, high-security Strait of Gibraltar, the gateway to the Mediterranean, the unthinkable happened. The ship's AIS, its automatic identification system, was switched off. In an era of total surveillance, a 10,000-ton cargo ship simply vanished. For 8 chilling days in October 2024, the world's most dangerous cargo went invisible. This wasn't a technical glitch. This was a deliberate, dark transit. Imagine the absolute panic in international intelligence circles. A ship loaded with enough explosives to level a city was drifting somewhere off the coast of North Africa, its lights out, its radio silent, and its destination unknown. I want to ask you, the investigators in the comments, do you believe a ship of this size can truly disappear in one of the most monitored waterways on Earth without help from a government intelligence agency? Was the Syndicate much more powerful than any of us realized? Drop your theories. I'm reading every one. During this 8-day blackout, the mystery intensified to a breaking point. Rumors began to swirl of a mid-ocean transfer, A shadow operation where the explosives were moved to a fleet of smaller, untraceable vessels. Or were they waiting for a secret signal from a port that was willing to take a bribe and look the other way? The tension was suffocating. Every naval drone and tracking satellite was hunting for a silhouette in the dark. And then, on October 28th, the signal blinked back on. But the Kathrin wasn't in Slovenia. It wasn't in Germany. It was sitting at a high-security military pier in Alexandria, Egypt. The Syndicate had found their hole in the fence. But why Egypt? And what exactly happened during those 8 days of total darkness? The answers we found are even more disturbing than the cargo itself. The ghost has been found, but the crime is far from over. You are now one step away from the final truth. The Syndicate thought they were safe in Alexandria, but they forgot one thing. Echoes always return. The final chapter, Part 3, The Alexandria Blackout, drops this Saturday at 1800 WAT-T. This is the conclusion they never wanted you to see. Like this video. See you on Saturday.
MV Kathrin, you're running dark. State flag and destination.
German flag, en route Alexandria.
Negative, do not proceed.